It's a blow to our civic pride. You know, Pittsburgh rarely loses to Cleveland in football, but the same cannot be said about turning around blighted properties.
Yeah, the score is a lopsided 12,000 to 0. Both cities have a huge problem with rundown properties. But while Cleveland's Land Bank is making a dent, Pittsburgh's hasn't rehabbed a single house.
KDKA investigator Andy Sheehan is finding out why and what's to be done.
You'll see raccoons come out this house at like 7 in the evening. They come around, look for garbage.
When the mills closed and our population declined, many of our towns and cities were left with streets of vacant and decaying houses. There are tens of thousands throughout Allegheny County, and James Giles lives in the one inhabitable house on blighted Franklin Avenue in Wilkinsburg.
Money into them or knock them down if y'all ain't doing nothing with them.
That was the idea behind Pittsburgh's Land Bank, created almost 9 years ago. Take dilapidated, tax foreclosed properties like these row houses in Homewood, clear the titles so they can be torn down for affordable housing.
These houses, they just need investment, really.
Or rehab these salvageable houses down the street and sell them to people who could not ordinarily afford them. But so far, none of that has happened.
We keep talking about a land bank, but there's been no real creation of the land bank.
In the past 9 years, Pittsburgh's Land Bank has not torn down, rehabbed, or sold a single house. Compare that to our Rust Belt rivals in Cleveland. In its 13 years, the Cuyahoga Land Bank has brought thousands of properties back to life for Clevelanders, running up the score to a lopsided 12,000 properties to none.
We're from Pittsburgh, and we hate to lose to Cleveland, but we seem to have trounced us to about 12,000 houses or properties to none here.
It's a tough business. You know, land banking in general is a really tough industry to be in.
Pittsburgh's problems have been manifold: lack of organization, lack of a funding source, and lack of will to tackle problems such as the cumbersome process of resolving tax delinquencies and clearing titles, all of which Cleveland has been able to address. Cleveland's Land Bank Executive Director Ricardo Leon says their success has taken cooperation and commitment from the city, nonprofits, the courts, and others. In the end, he says it's been worth the effort.
Land banking can offer so many resources to folks and can help spur development and help folks achieve their goals that I think it's something that's worth investing time and energy and resources into.
I never like losing to Cleveland, right? But I'm meeting with them, right, to learn what they do.
Despite the history of failure, Councilman Burgess is hopeful things may change, as the Land Bank now has $10 million in federal CARES Act funding and is going through a reorganization under the Gainey administration.
Every time I see someone who does not have access to clean, decent housing, every family that's put out, it breaks my heart. But I think now that we have the cash and we have the right model, I'm fairly confident you will see dividends of this investment very, very quickly.
Now, massive blight is a daunting problem, no doubt, but thus far the Pittsburgh Land Bank has not committed to truly tackling it. And while Burgess and others say there is a new resolve, there's an awful lot of catching up to do. Reporting in Homewood, Andy Sheehan, KDKA News.